Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Gold Rush, Fred Lewis clashes with Stepson on site. Tonight's episode of Gold Rush saw Fred Lewis have a huge blow-up with his stepson Christopher. This season has focused a lot on Fred's crew, with a lot of time given to talking about his military career and even showing how his time as a medic helps in the mining industry. However, tonight's episode ended up with a family disagreement as Fred and his stepson Christopher had a falling out. Here is what happened between the two men. Fred Lewis learns cause of breakdowns on Gold Rush. Fred Lewis runs a crew that includes several United States veterans. As a former field medic in the war overseas, Fred wants to give back, and this makes his story on Gold Rush an important one this season. However, it is also a family affair, as his wife and his stepson also work on the site. It was an incident with his stepson that caused a huge conflict in this week's episode. It all started thanks to the continuous breakdown of Fred's equipment this season. He is trying to figure out how to keep the operation up and going despite the breakdowns. Fred already said he might have to quit after this season if he doesn't hit his goals. While talking to JB, he got some distressing news. The bracket on a dozer had cracked and Fred wanted to know why. JB said that Christopher had been a little hard on the equipment at times. He also said the breakdowns are due to operator error, and that is a problem. Fred admitted that the breakdowns are hurting them really badly this season. Fred Lewis and Christopher clash on Gold Rush. This led Fred to talk to Christopher and explain a change he has to make. He asked about the equipment and Christopher said the equipment was trash. Fred said that he was removing him from the pile and putting someone else in his place. Christopher got mad and dropped some F-bombs before Fred tried to explain his position. Fred said he wasn't blaming Christopher, but he had to find out what was going on. He said if he removed Christopher and it kept happening, then it would prove he wasn't responsible. However, if he pulled Christopher and the breakdowns stopped, it would prove it was his fault, and they would retrain him. This made Christopher mad, feeling insulted, and said he didn't need any retraining. He then stormed off saying he was finished with everything. Yet what Christopher might not understand is that Fred Lewis knows that if things keep breaking down, the entire mining camp might end up shut down, and they won't be back next season at all. Do you think Fred Lewis might be in over his head by working with family? Does Christopher need to realize he might be a relative, but he is still working for his stepdad on Gold Rush? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.